Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Grady and I'm the counselor and transformational coach at Butterfly Project. Happy belated Thanksgiving to all the Canadian people watching me. I know I'm posting this a few days later. I have been meaning to do this video for probably about a week now, but unfortunately I couldn't. Life was just super busy. Probably the busiest weekend that I ever have in the entire year is actually the Thanksgiving long weekend. So I'm still kind of recovering from all of it, but it was wonderful. Just a lot of work and a lot going on. So what I wanted to talk about today, kind of ties into Thanksgiving. It is about gratitude. Now, what I noticed is, September, October can be really hard in the Northern Hemisphere. The season is starting to change. People start to get a little bit, antsy, anxious, they're preparing for winter coming. The days are getting, shorter with the sunlight. Kids go back to school. Like there's all these things going on. People are anticipating the holidays and, wrapping things up, for the season, like I said. And so this can bring a lot of, kind of anxiety for people. And I notice, a lot of moodiness. People just aren't as happy. And so just going about, my business, my day to day, doing the things that I need to do, I just notice that people are, moody, angry, aggressive, rushing. And as we were approaching Thanksgiving, and I mean, we should be thankful every single day, all throughout the year. But I just notice it's like, if people would just spend a little bit more time being in the present moment, practicing, being in the now, practicing, mindfulness and presence, being in this moment now and realizing that, yes, of course, we all have things to do. We all have places to be. We all have, goals to achieve. We all have deadlines and, appointments and work and all of these things. I mean, I have them too. But we should be spending time, especially in the morning. And I teach, if you've been a client of mine, I teach everybody this that works with me is, setting the tone for the day in the morning before you even put your feet on the ground. We want to, regulate our nervous system. We want to, practice breath work, doing those deep breathing exercises. And part of, morning practice is also doing a gratitude list, spending time, in gratitude. When we do this, it completely shifts our vibration. It shifts how we feel. It gets, our day going, off on the right foot or to a great start, or however the saying goes. And it just, sets the tone for the day in a positive way, right? On a positive note. And this kind of changes things for, people when they start to practice this. But if we practice gratitude on a daily basis, it actually puts us into a higher vibration. If you know about the vibrational scales or the scale of vibrations, if you want to, Google that, look that up. There's, a bunch of them. You'll see like these spirals, like a cone. And you'll notice that, gratitude is a very high vibration, right? So if we can sit in this place of like a gratitude and just unconditional love for people, it changes how we go about our day. It changes how we interact with people. And it actually changes what happens to you and for you in your day. When we practice gratitude, you've probably heard me say this on this channel before, but there's a book called Think and Grow Rich. Not Think and Grow Rich, not the thinking one, but the Think and Grow Rich, right? So being thankful, being in gratitude will actually bring more blessings into your life, more things to be grateful for. Okay. So if we can practice that and step into that place of just, being really grateful, you'll see better things happen. You'll see the better flow in your life. Just saying a prayer in the morning, like, thanking God or the universe or whatever it is that you believe, your higher power, just being thankful, just saying thank you. Even just thank you. That's all you have to say, right? That's a prayer in itself. But being thankful for everything that you have, all the people, in your life, just all of the blessings, being thankful just to be alive, to, wake up. We take so much for granted every single day. We take for granted our health. We take for granted the people in our lives, right? We take for granted, the things that we have, the food that we have, you know, uh, running water, electricity. I had to close up my trailer, and those are things that, I'm faced with, over there. They had turned the water off before I got there, but that's okay. I found a different way. However, it's like we take those things for granted. So if you can just sit in that place throughout your day, kind of check in with yourself throughout the day a few times of, am I being grateful? Am I taking things for granted? How do I stay in this place of being thankful for things, not just on Thanksgiving, but every single day? And I promise you, your life will shift if you can do these things, okay? And there was another video that I wanted to do, or I wanted to include in this one, but I actually don't have enough time, and I think I'm going to separate it because this really is the message for today. And then I will do another separate video later on, but this is the message for today that is really important, is for us to spend time in gratitude, gratefulness, thankfulness for everything. So if you want to practice every day, writing down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for, and then checking in with yourself throughout the day, just to, kind of, get you to that place of remembering what you need to be thankful for, because we're humans, we forget, right? That's just how we are. So if you can get into that place of just really being thankful, it changes how you feel about you, about other people, about life, just about everything. It will change everything for you. I promise. If you practice this, my clients that have started to do this, or have done this, over the years working with me, have said that it has really shifted and transformed their lives in wonderful ways. Okay. So when you're out and about, and that person, that's really like angry, it just, or moody or whatever it is, it just really, for me, it's because I am somebody that practices gratitude. My first thought is like, what is going on in this person's world that they need to be that way? And, do they not realize that they should be grateful, like for instance, being in a vehicle. Not everybody has a car, having gas in the car, having a job to go to, having kids to take to school, like all of these things, let's start to really tap into that. Really look at the things that you're grateful for, not just on Thanksgiving, one day a year, but every single day. Look at what you have to be grateful for. I promise you, if you are watching this video, you have a ton to be grateful for. So let's make a practice to tap into that. And also, it increases your vibration, calls in better things into your life. But also, let's take a look at what we're taking for granted in our life, who we're taking for granted in our life, because people, come and go all the time. People pass away, things happen. People close out cycles, with us. People, move away from us, either physically moving or, people move out of our lives. There's so many things that happen with people, and we don't realize that we shouldn't take people for granted. We shouldn't take things like our health and all of these things that we have in our life for granted, because in one moment, all of that can change. That can be completely taken away from you. There are so many different ways that could happen. So let's practice gratitude and step into that higher vibration so that we are flowing in a better way of life for ourselves and for everybody around us, because it does, if you're practicing this and if you're in a state of like gratitude and love, you'll notice that it affects everybody around you as well. All right, my loves. So take a look at the scale of vibrations and also pay attention to what's underneath the middle line of neutrality. And, you don't want to be in that, which actually leads me to my next video that I'm going to be talking about in regards to those lower vibrations and being able to release that. All right, my loves. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you all today. And Don't forget to do all the things like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others. I would truly appreciate all of your support in any number of ways. It really is the best way to support me, to help my channel to grow, to get my messages out there. If you know me, you know that I'm super passionate about helping people, as much as possible. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe and be part of this ever-growing butterfly community as well. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos as I post them. And as always, you guys, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time, bye-bye.